After seeing 4,000 couples, hands down, the one thing that we've learned to make love last, paying attention to each other. And that's, in touch and making sure that we touch each other, that we're affectionate with each other, eye contact, but even in conversation, to be able to pay attention to each other. Because a lot of couples come to us, the pain they feel, they're lonely and disconnected.
The roommate phase is something we see where people are just really not emotionally connecting. They're together, but they're not really together. They're living lives almost like in parallel. And in that phase, they can just feel just really rather disconnected, even though they're in the same space.
Especially for those that's been together for a long time. So there is something to be said about the 7-year itch. A lot of couples come to see us when they've been sitting with their problems for about 6 to 7 years, for some people longer. Imagine when I first meet them, they've been together 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. There's a lot of pain there that they've been bottled up and holding back. And what a relief. They're finally getting help for this. It's never too late. And when they do, it's a lot to unpack perhaps, but boy, is that relieving for them. It's always such a privilege to see the moment when there is a shift in a couple and that initial reconnection that they have. They're much softer with each other. There's tender moments. And ultimately, there's vulnerability and transparency that you see in their energy, in their connection. And sometimes I see tears, and it shows that moment that they're really tender with each other. Even today, 4,000 couples later in the last 20 years, when I ask them, why did you pick the Gay Couples Institute? And they'll always say, hands down, because you're gay. I think people really resonate with knowing that they're seeing someone who they can build rapport with.
So one of the harder things that will come up in therapy that we see a lot, and we actually created the Gay Couples Institute to create a space for same-sex couples to discuss, is their sex lives and even consensual non-monogamy. That's something where in a traditional therapy environment, maybe talking to a hetero therapist, same-sex couples want a space where they can talk about their needs and desires without feeling judged. And so it's part of why we created this in the first place.
So in 2017, we co-authored with Dr. John and Julie Gottman the first outcome study that showed the effectiveness of the Gottman Method with same-sex couples.
And we're the only center, gay or straight, to ever publish our own outcome studies in an empirical scientific journal.
Bringing science into the therapy world and the mental health world is super important because it provides consistency. It gives us data to inform how to work with people effectively.
The Gottman Method itself is over 30, 40 years old and is based on real couples, including same-sex couples, and how they successfully interact even without intervention from the psychological field.
When couples are finished with us, they will have said in the beginning when we just started, we don't have role models on how to be in a good relationship. And what they end up saying at the end of our time together, they become that role model. So if you're a gay couple struggling right now with your relationship, consider getting help.
Our consultation is 45 minutes long. It's free. You're going to walk away with solid ideas of what you can implement right now.
So don't hesitate to reach out. I know taking the first step could be difficult, but we are here to help you.